Good morning. This is Neil Morissette from Creative Workforce Solutions, and today we are interviewing a couple of the management from RDI, and we have Alexis Carpenter here, and we have James Welch, and to my right we have Kathy Lay. And I'd like to have them, introduce themselves and what their positions are. We'll start with you, James.
Good morning. My name is James Walsh. I am the Director of Client Services and Site Manager of our Newport location. I have been working at that location since 2007.
Hi, I'm Alexis Carpenter. I am currently the Office Manager and HR Manager, and I have been working with RDI since 2012.
I'm Kathy Lay. I work with Weber in Creative Workforce Solutions. I'm an employment consultant who helping people with disabilities to find training and employment.
And again, I am Neil Morissette. I'm the Business Account Manager for Creative Workforce Solutions. And Kathy, we'll let you start.
So can you tell us a little bit about RDI?
Sure, absolutely. RDI is a company that is spread out across the United States and in Mexico. We currently have 11 physical locations throughout the United States, one of them being here in Newport. We have many pillars of business. The one here in Newport is strictly call center work. Our corporate offices are located in Cincinnati, Ohio. We service various customers from DirecTV, Bank of America, Tog Shop Appleseeds, Vermont Teddy Bear, Green Mountain Power. These are just some of the many companies that we work with and partner with to provide services from everything from call center services, IT services, and advertising services, as well as market research.
Great. So some of the calls that we receive locally come from RDI as well.
Yes, absolutely. If you were to call up and order a Vermont Teddy Bear or Pajamagram or Pajama Jean, you would most likely get our call center here in Vermont. We are proud to partner with Vermont businesses, as well as obviously our relationship with Creative Workforce Solutions. We find that you work in Vermont, you hire Vermont, stay in Vermont, and be Vermont proud.
Great.
That kind of carries her up to the next question. How long have you been working with CWS?
We've been working with CWS since 2011. When RDI purchased the previous company, we reached out to you in terms of fulfilling a need that we had, looking for quality people that wanted to work. And our partnership with CWS has proved invaluable over the years. We've partnered together on numerous endeavors, job fairs. You funnel us people that are looking for work, as well as just a vibrant back and forth over not only where the community is going, but the county is going with all the changes. And I think that it's imperative that business owners take advantage of the services that you guys offer, because in order for us to grow and get better here in Orleans County, we need a true partnership with not only the business owners, but as well as agencies like yours.
Well, and I think that the biggest part of this is the partnership. I think that we talk, I know I speak with Alexis every week. Every Monday before we have our meetings, we call up RDI and say, what's happening and what are you guys looking for? So again, it's definitely a great partnership.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
We're lucky to have you.
And vice versa.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So what do you feel are some of the changes that your company has made, maybe from the previous call center that was located here in Newport?
Okay, so there's actually been several changes. So RDI is a family, and that is one of the biggest factors that I can't stress enough, is when you work with RDI, you work with a big family. That was probably the biggest change. Culture-wise, we have LWELL, which is learn well, earn well, and live well. And that is a motto that we all live by. So, we're all passionate about making changes in not only the company, but in our employees' lives. So I would say the transition from one company that might not have had the best reputation to a company that really values their employees and tries to benefit them in every way possible, by full-time benefits, part-time benefits, vacation pay, numerous incentives with both programs that we have going right now, is probably the biggest change that we've seen with RDI.
Great. We've seen them be very positive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very positive.
That's a definite for sure. What are you guys looking for right now in employees?
Well, Alexis is our one of her many hats she wears is our talent acquisition specialist as well. And currently we're looking for obviously full-time and part-time work, not only for the upcoming fourth quarter, but for the year beyond. We actually have classes that are starting next Monday and Wednesday. We have a great website, www.workrdi.com, where you can go, fill out an application, and Alexis will call you for an interview. If you don't have a computer at home, you can come to our location at 76 Lakemont Road and fill out the application right there on site. But as we're ramping up, we're looking to hire. If somebody's looking for work, we're looking to hire. So at this point, anybody that wants to work.
Let me ask this question. What does the day look like? What do you need to do if you're an employee for RDI? What do you need to do? What kind of work?
You have to be, well, first, come in with a positive attitude. That's the biggest thing, keeping the energy up, and we do our part on that too. You know, one of our sides is DirecTV, so that is music, upbeat, games, incentives, competition. We're big on competition, so if you like to compete, you're big on sports, things like that, we want you there because, you know, that's certainly a drive. As well as, you know, professional, customer service oriented, being able to have a good relationship with the customer. So that's what everything's about. Basically, when a customer calls, you want to treat them exactly how you'd want to be treated. So we look for people that are passionate about that.
As well as a small affinity for computer skills. Obviously, at a call center, you're going to be working with a computer. But if that is a deterrent and you're afraid, we're going to give you all the skills necessary and teach you how to do that. So we pride ourselves on being able to mentor and teach people, to give them the opportunities and the skill set they need to not only perform the job that they're applying for, but as well put them on a path if a career is what they're interested in and moving forward within the organization. Because as we said, we have locations all throughout the country. Everybody that's sitting here, we all started on the phones. So there's always room for advancement. So if somebody is actually looking for a challenge and the opportunity to move up, this is a great company to work for.
Is there a typing test?
No.
There used to be a typing test, but no, that's no longer there.
Perfect. Well, thank you.
We've certainly experienced some of our
Yes, I had trouble with that
consumers,
as well.
you know, really being successful
Right.
within your company. You know, may have started with skills or may not have, being very successful.
Definitely.
It's great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great. So what do you feel, I know, you know, competition, positive attitude, all of that you mentioned, benefits. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you offer for benefits?
Yeah, we offer, so we have vacation time, we have competitive wages. We also do 401ks after 6 months. We do health, dental, vision, and as well as, you know, the perks of the different campaigns and programs that we offer, games, cash, swag, things like that. So there's plenty of benefits to go around depending on the campaign, but certainly we try to take care of our employees in the best way possible.
Well,
That's great.
one of the benefits I saw was on Facebook, I think last week or some week before last, and it was the pieing of Jim. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, do tell.
That's great.
Do tell.
That's what made me think of
That's-
calling RDI first.
That's
That really-
wonderful. Yes.
That was great. I was actually a candidate that got to do that one of the first times around. So that was a great perk for me, I can say, as well as the agents. We had 5 top producers, you know, that work extremely hard, and that was one thing that they really wanted to do was pie James in the face, and they got to, and believe me, they all enjoyed that.
That was a great day for me. It was a great act, but ideally that was part of when we talk about morale and team building and family. It's activities like that our LWEL committee does in order to not only reward but identify those agents that are doing great things. And if it requires me to take a pie in the face every now and then or eat a hot chili pepper, I am more than able to do that because, as Alexis alluded to, this place is family. It's a great company to work for. I'm very fortunate, as is Alexis, that we get the opportunity to come here every day and do this. So to give a little bit back to the agents, make them enjoy it, it's fine. Though I tell you, they were very enthusiastic, as you could see by the video.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't see anybody holding back.
No, it wasn't necessarily a pie in the face, more like a pie on the whole head. All
Yeah,
over my
yeah.
face, so.
That was very creative.
Yes,
Very
it was.
creative
Yeah.
on your parts.
That was fun. Oh, also, actually, speaking of the benefits, we in our LWEL committee, we do our location events. So we actually just did one for Halloween. We had costume party. We did a potluck, and we try to do that each holiday or each month to try to either raise money for something, or we just do it for fun to give back. You know, we all bring stuff and we come together again as a family, and that's one of the things that we strive is being a family.
We took the site to the haunted maze.
Yeah.
That was a big trip. I didn't go because I
In
scare
Danville.
easily.
Yeah.
And we're a big supporter of the Relay for Life. We've been participating in that for the last few years. Alexis and our LWEL manager just after last year's event, we're down at the State House and got honored among other business participants for participating in the Relay for Life. So giving back to the community is not just something that we articulate or talk about, we actually do it. And we pride ourselves on being a member of this community because it's important.
Yeah.
And we talk many times about how it is to a lot of businesses. I mean, they may not be. I mean, the attaboys are really important.
Yeah.
And carrying on. I heard your speech before you got pied about how important it was and how you really every person there meant something, and it was definitely heartfelt. And it's that kind of thing that we're really looking at for sure. Okay, so if I'm somebody who's 17 years old and I want to go to work for you, can I? And if so, what are the hours? Do you guys have part-time work, full-time work? What are you looking for at this point?
We do, yep. You can be 16, 17 and work with us. Your hours are limited. If you're in school, you're allowed to work 18 hours per week. If you're on vacations, you can work 40 hours plus. So we definitely have full-time, part-time. We try to accommodate to everybody. I mean, the more people we can get, the better. We need both shifts, first and second. We also offer middle shifts, so like an 11 to 7. So if that's something that you need for accommodations, we certainly have that.
Fantastic.
Wonderful. It's great for students to be able to start work before they're out.
And it's important that
completely
they do.
independent.
Joe Batista, I've been over at the Career Center and spoken in his marketing classes on numerous occasions, and we find that there are kids just starting out they're not necessarily looking for a career, but they're looking for something to do to give them a taste of either this industry or sales or marketing. And we always say, come over and see what we have to do, because it's a challenging job, but you can learn a lot of skills that will benefit you later on down the road just by sitting there talking to people on a daily basis.
Absolutely develops those critical soft skills.
Yes.
Just being in a workplace and showing up for work and
Yeah.
how to get along well with others in sounds like a very stressful environment sometimes.
It
with
can
be.
a lot of chatter going on in the background, so
Yeah.
as well.
It's motivating, though.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
Yeah.
definitely motivating.
Great. Is there anything that we haven't asked you about that you'd like to tell us about your company?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing is our story. So my story started in 2012, and that's when James and I first got to work together. And the family, so I was pregnant at the time, and then after my maternity leave, I came back because of the relationships that I was able to build when I was there the first time. 6 months after I came back, I was promoted to team lead, and a month later I was promoted to supervisor. So I actually trained in the DirecTV class March 2nd of last year, and on March 9th I was promoted again to the administrative assistant. Throughout that time, I believe it was September, I was promoted to the office manager and then HR manager. And that, the roles just keep coming. And RDI actually inspired me to go back to school. So I'm a full-time mom, full-time work, and full-time school. So I am currently going for my bachelor's in organizational leadership. So I should have that in 2017. So it's inspiring, and it's good to know that people have my back.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Great, definitely. What about you, James?
If I could let people know one thing about RDI, I think it's that it's a great place to work. We've worked very diligently to overcome any challenges we faced in the past with whatever perceptions of the company and its former iteration. And I think we've been successful. I know, Neil, you and I talked on numerous occasions where I said it wasn't going to happen overnight, and it was going to take 3 to 5 years. It was going to be a project. It was going to take 3 to 5 years to overcome the perception. And it started with, as you said, getting people to work, giving folks jobs that gave them full-time work, which in the beginning, obviously, transparency was challenging, but we overcame that. And now The majority of the only folks at our current location that are not working full time are the ones that either we're making accommodations for, or they can't, and we're helping them through whatever scheduling challenges they have, because obviously we want people to work. So if you can only work part time, we're more than happy to accommodate you, especially coming into this busy season.
Right.
But we're a full time organization. It's a great place to work. We offer a competitive wage with great benefits, family atmosphere, and it's just, to me personally, this company and this location here in Newport, I feel is one of the best business organizations that you could work for. We value our employees. We value the work that we do for our partners, especially not just the partners outside of the state, but the partners in Vermont. We work very diligently to develop those relationships, and we're very proud of the work that we do with various Vermont organizations. I think it's important that people understand that it is a job. You know, we're going to ask you to work. It's not just a 24-hour party like we're talking about here. But if you come to work and you show up and you do your job and you're successful, you will be rewarded. I can't think of a better place to work. I'm fortunate that I've been blessed to be able to work for this company, and I hope that everybody that's looking for something, even if it's only part-time, even if it's just during your holidays, whatever you're interested in doing, if you want a challenge, please come and work for RDI, because we're looking for good people.
Fantastic. I think one of the things that we have found out lately, well, within the last year or so, is that you guys have open ears, and that you guys are willing to, if there's something that we hear that we want to, can you guys do this for us? When it comes to assessment, you guys have been there for us. And I think that's really important, because sometimes there's people out there, like you said, that may not really be sure, but if we do a walkthrough with them, they may say, yeah, we want to jump on this. And which those kind of employers, are really important to us, because a lot of times those soft skills of talking about bringing somebody in, making sure that they want to be there, they're going to show up every day, is the most important thing. And to give them a chance to first look at what they're buying before they buy it. And you guys have been open to that. So for that, I know Creative Workforce, we definitely want to thank you for sure. I don't know, is there anything else, Kathy, that you have?
I found it interesting that people want to work part-time, but they have a little bit of control over that, in that if it's stated up front when they're applying, what hours they're available, but then they are expected to be available in those hours.
Yes.
Right.
Not change my mind,
Right.
oh no, not Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oops, Saturday afternoon, that doesn't work either. But you've been very, very accommodating with that.
And if people, and we know that life happens. So if you come to work for us and something comes up where you have an appointment that you have to make, or you have a sick child or a sick family member, we'll work with you to adjust your schedule. It's not set in stone, so to speak.
Right.
Yes, obviously, when you do your availability, we plan our staffing around when you're going to work. But we know that life happens, and we're more than willing to work. Obviously, we're coming into our busy season now, so scheduling is a premium. So it's important that people understand that it's going to get a little busy, but we'll do our best to accommodate everybody.
Yeah. So about how many people do you think that you add for the busy seasons? So your seasonal work, maybe Christmas and Valentine's Day comes up.
It's not necessarily seasonal, so to speak, because as I stated, we're growing. Like the DirecTV class that starts on Mondays full time. We have classes scheduled almost every single month in that to add people. So you may start in one segment, say on the inbound side, or like Alexis alluded to, she started in DirecTV and then moved to another segment. So right now, in a perfect world, if I could have on Monday 15 people and then on Wednesday another 12, that would be great.
I will see what I can do.
So that would be outstanding. Then I could say, we did it. This is the numbers. So that would be great. So if we could do that, then that's just next week. We're going to need more people as we go into the month of November and it gets closer. But for now, those are the two. That's inbound and DirecTV for next week.
Well, I used to look at the seasonal a lot of times, but then I also find now that your seasonals are your full-time people. Your people, if they come in and they work, and they have work from continuous work. Let's put that.
And as a company right now, RDI, there's more work. When I say work across all of the locations, than we actually have people in our organization. So they're waiting for us to fill the seats that we have,
Yeah.
and then they'll send the work. So if the expectation is I'm only going to work through the holidays, I mean, if that's something you're interested in doing part-time, great. We're more than happy to talk with you. But if your fear is that I'm only going to work through the holidays and there's not going to be work for me after the holidays, that is totally untrue, because there's work waiting in the wings for us to start come the new year that we're just waiting on getting the people. And obviously this is the time of year where we do ramp up our hiring, but ideally we're preparing for 2017. The goal is to fill every single seat in that site with a body, and then from that point expand out. So,
In saying that, how many employees do you guys employ at this point?
We have 74.
And that's for your first and second
Yeah.
shift?
Yep.
Perfect.
and the goal is to get to, and currently right now we have seats, I'd like to see 130 times 2. If I
First
did
and second
First
shift,
and
yeah.
second shift.
Yeah.
That would be my ultimate goal.
Yeah.
So
We can
we're
work on
working
that.
towards
We'll
that.
do our best.
We're working towards that.
We'll do our best. I'd just like to compliment you on days gone by, the belief that, I'm going to go to RDI, I can't depend on any type of, or the call center, I'm sorry. I can't really depend on any hours or, any length of employment, where we've seen a real improvement on that and what you're able to offer the community, that to let people know there really, really is work in
There is.
Newport.
Yep.
There's all kinds of work. If you're ready to, go to work, show up, there are employers that are out here that are ready to train you, and that you're a really great place.
Well, thank you, and I just
Yeah.
wanted to say that our relationship with Creative Workforce Solutions and you through these years has been, and I know it's touched on at the beginning of the program, but it's been invaluable. You've given us an insight into the community, into the area that we didn't have before. We were in our own little bubble. We didn't know, I didn't know
right.
how we were viewed. I moved into the position that I'm currently in after the transition, so your partnership, your feedback, your communication with us has been invaluable, as not just providing people that wanted to work, but as well as making us a more viable member of the community. And without you, we wouldn't be where we are today. So thank you to both of you for that.
Definitely.
you.
We definitely appreciate that, and like I said, I think it's fantastic when a business is saying, listen, what do you have, what are you hearing, what you do to make things even better? And boy, I hope every employer understands that we're out there for them, and we appreciate you guys being here. We know we're taking you guys away from your busy time of the year to be here for sure. So I want to thank you both for being here, and looking forward to many more years working with you guys.
Excellent. So are we. Thank you
Right.
so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
Thank you.